Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with My Hero Academia. I just realized that I don't have the stuff that's supposed to be on the table. Oh, hang on. Rather than getting up, I have apparently decided that I'm just going to... Oh, for goodness sake, come on. Ha! Ha-ha! I've decided to do that instead of getting up. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had the new power and All for One. Which was kind of a weird title. Like, I know they discussed it and stuff, but honestly, it's not like All for One was in the episode or anything. They just kind of talked about it. So, the joint training has concluded. Shinso will be joining the hero course in the second year. My All Might figure is Dusty. And then it's just sort of a bunch of aftermath stuff. Let's see. They talk about Black Whip and how it's weird. They try to bring it out, but it doesn't work. Bakugo says that One for All is basically like All for One. Midoriya gets over that the evil connotations of that and is like, oh, well, we'll use it for good and stuff like that. You know, it's used for good. And then Monoma tried to copy Aries Rewind, but it didn't work. He explained what it means to draw a blank. Bakugo and Todoroki got their provisional licenses and then fought some bad guys, and that was basically that. Very interesting episode. A lot of things happened in that last episode, actually, but a lot of good things. So, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
Christmas is always a good backdrop for tragedy. Because we open... Which, I mean, I guess... So, it's weird that we open on this tragedy in Deka. Deka's got to be another Star Wars reference, right? But I can't... Unless it's Deka... Dagobah? No, they've already done Dagobah. What could Deka be? I have no idea. If it is a Star Wars reference, let me know. It's entirely possible that it's also just a Japanese town. But we open this with the tragedy in Deka, and that is 100% Tomura Shigaraki. And then Christmas. So, yeah. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah. It's Christmas. So, let's hop into the notes. That is, without a doubt, Tomura Shigaraki, who we have not seen since the Shie Hisaikai, which was the first arc in Season 4. We have not seen our handsy boy in so long. It's so nice to have him again. It's so nice to have Tomura Shigaraki again. That's my best Shigaraki, so. But it's nice. How does he wear this thing, man? This thing is crazy. Of course, this, I don't know. Maybe I want to believe that, like, his hand, which he wasn't wearing, which is disappointing. He's got to wear his hand. But I'm assuming that his, like, he can form it better over his face, you know? Maybe he can form it more like this as opposed to how rigid this one is. This one is really good, though. I got this somewhere on Etsy. So there was someone on Etsy that made these. So I dropped $25 on Tomura Shigaraki's hand. So, anyway. Ow. Sorry, one of my hairs was bugging me, and I just had to pluck it. So, Tomura Shigaraki is back, and he's clearly gearing up for something. Now, it's interesting. First off, the boy was shirtless. His hair seemed way lighter than it normally is. Let's see if I can find that. That's definitely him, though. But his hair's white. His hair was always like this sort of teal, sort of, very light blue. But his hair is white now, and he's got so much blood on him. But that's definitely him. I mean, just down to the fact that that's his theme playing. That is Tomura Shigaraki, but he doesn't have his hand. He doesn't have any of his hands. He doesn't have his shirt. He's actually slightly fit. I will say he was always sort of skinny, but he's got some abs going on there. I will say some pecs. But yeah, his hair is completely white now, which is crazy. His hair is completely white now. And he's all bloodied too. Like, maybe his decay has gotten stronger or something. Because, see, here's the thing. We don't see anyone else in this scene. It's just him. So when they say it's like, oh, a riot destroyed the city, basically, it's like, was it a riot? Or was it just him? Perhaps he's gotten stronger. I mean, because they say, so it's been 4 months since everyone moved into the dorms. I assume it's been about 3 months since... I assume it's been about 3 months since the Shiei Hisaikai. So, he could have gotten so much more powerful since then. I don't know, but... But I'm ready to have him back. I'm ready to have our boy back. Our crazy boy. So yeah, the Deka tragedy. Meanwhile, so interesting how they talk about heroes. Normally when a tragedy like this happens, heroes are blamed for their incompetence. But I like how the public has now turned back, basically. They are rooting for the heroes. They know they're doing their best, especially after... And I like how they point out it's because of Look Boy. Because Look Boy pointed out everything that Endeavor did against Nomu. And so now everyone is... I mean, I guess they understand heroes more now. So that was very, very interesting. I like that. Just that whole thing of, it's just very interesting, just the people. Honestly, this is now sort of the reverse of what the league was trying to do throughout like season 3 with Kamino and everything, is that now the people are more on the hero's side, which is interesting. I mean, if anything, while yes, Endeavor may not be the symbol of peace, he's the leader. He is the true leader now, and he is... I mean, he and all the other pros are now ready to live up to All Might. Which, I mean, that is the main thing. This is like, when like Superman dies, and the rest of the Justice League has to step up. It kind of is that now without All Might, all the other heroes have to be so much better to equal him, So that's just crazy. So we had the interview training, which was interesting, with Mount Lady. That was really good. We don't normally get too much of Mount Lady, despite the fact that she's like one of the first heroes we see in the first episode. But that was really cool. That was really cool that she came in to help with publicity training, which was good. So I do really like that. That was really, really good. And then doing the interviews and stuff, and talking about. I do like starting with Shoto because yes, he obviously he's very dull. He's kind of dense too, Now, it's interesting because Todoroki and Bakugo, they have somewhat had training, at least, with the training with the kids during the provisional license courses, that, they had that, so you would think they would be a bit better about it. But I like, they have that interview, and Bakugo is completely cut out, and it's just Todoroki, which is hilarious, but yeah, it's like, they cut all of Bakugo. He doesn't understand why, but it's because nobody wants to see, this angry kid. So that was all really interesting. That was all really, really interesting. So yeah. So I like that, going over all the different things. And I like how pretty much everyone, like, yes, Shoto, I feel like he could work on, he has some things that he needs to improve. But I like when they go through, like, everyone and how they immediately present themselves. I thought that was really, really good. How, like, everyone's kind of got it, yeah, there's some, like, Iida's a bit too stiff or something like that, but a lot of them were really good with the interviews. But I like highlighting specifically that it's Deku and Bakugo that are not good at this. Bakugo, because he's too angry, nobody wants that, he's not endearing himself. Midoriya, because he's way too nervous. That I didn't even think about, that he would be way too nervous on an interview. And then even if he does start to talk, he starts muttering, and nobody wants that either. So that was a very good distinction, that Deku wouldn't be good at it as well, And it makes sense, because Deku is always sort of the nervous one, So that was really good. But I do like he did, it's like, okay, he needs to show off his moves, so he does unlock Black Whip. However, at the percentage, he says using it at a percentage. Now he didn't say what percentage it was, whether it be 5% or 8%, but he used it at a very low percentage, and literally all it did, just, and that was that. It was like, again, it's better than when, he was just tearing things apart and he couldn't control it at all, but he needs to find a middle ground. He definitely needs to find that middle ground again. He needs to work on that. But it's a start, at least. He was able to use Black Whip, so it's something. Anyway. The work studies are coming back. Not necessarily by the idea of UA, but more by the idea of the... What the hell were they called? I don't even remember what the hell they were called. The commission, I guess. The Hero Commission, basically. So they want to basically deploy all Hero Corps students in order to bolster the numbers of heroes, which is interesting because yeah, like Midnight said, it's like, wait, I thought the heroes were oversaturated. There were too many of us. But now they're looking at it, especially in response to the Deka tragedy, where it's more that it's not that they have less heroes now, but there are way more villains. The villains there's more of them, and they're getting stronger, so they want more heroes, and so they're willing to deploy the kids, basically, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, work studies are coming back. Now it's interesting. So it said Best Jeanist is missing. Now, does that mean he's like missing in action, or just because he hasn't recovered from Kamino yet? We don't really know. Maybe I can go back and try to see that. Of course, going back on Funimation's website is so difficult. Hold on. No. I think it's more back here. Yeah. Their video player is so weird. Hang on. Go back another.
Going back to Genus Bakugo? Huh?
Okay, it just says Best Jeanist missing. But it doesn't say anything else. Well, it says other stuff in Japanese, but all they translated is best genus missing. Thanks, Funimation. But I imagine it's less missing in action as much as it's just he's still recuperating. Let's face it, the man got a hole in his stomach, so. But I did like this scene showing him at the internship.
I haven't decided yet. Bakugo? You're not choosing a hero name? They were all rejected! And I've been saving them up too! Oh? Let's hear them. King Explosion, Lord Explosion, Explosion Murder! You're such a child. Your hero name is a wish. How you want to be. Or how you think you should be.
For instance, I'm the best of genus.
I want to show you the outside. The world that needs you. When you become a second year and get your provisional license, come back here. I'll ask you for your chosen name again.
That was really interesting. Which, I mean, you know what? It kind of reminds me of Doctor Who a bit. Yeah, the name you choose is like a promise you make, and I like that it's like it's sort of similar here, where it's like your hero name is a wish, the hero that you want to be for the people, you know. So that's interesting. So yeah, King Explosion Murder doesn't quite work. But I like that. Now I'm assuming Best Genus, he's just out of action still. But I'd really like Best Genus to come back. And I'd like to see Bakugo with Best Genus, especially now with everything that Bakugo's gone through since season 2, you know? So that'd be cool. And then we had the Christmas party, and I'll watch it again, even though it's going to melt my heart.
I'm supposed to say trick or treat?
Not quite. Wrong holiday.
I love that Eri can't get the holiday right.
In sickness and in health.
No, you're even further away now.
Yeah, that's not a holiday even.
That guy's a riot. I'm afraid he'll be celebrating with his own class tonight. Enjoy yourself. Go on.
I cannot deal with Christmas Eri.
These eggs I came. That's Easter, but thanks. Harry, are you thirsty?
Her horn. Looks like it's gotten bigger. Yeah. Her attitude has remained positive. She's taking what you said to heart.
I cannot deal with Christmas Eri. Like, I can't deal with regular Eri. You think I can deal with Christmas Eri? I can't. I can't deal with it, man. I mean, I can't really deal with Christmas, any of them, really. Like, all of them. I love Ida, specifically the Santa Claus, but I mean, looking at all of them is just so hilarious. I love that each of their hats has a different thing representing them on the end. So Deku, it just looks like his own hair, basically. But Yaoyorozu has a textbook. Jiro has like a musical note and stuff. Sato has sugar. Mineta, probably the easiest, is just one of his purple balls. You know, so that was really hilarious. Just seeing each of their hats, and like that's a good little detail. But yeah, Christmas Eri, and she can't figure out like I'm supposed to say trick or treat. No, it's sickness and in health. That's not even a holiday. I have painted eggs. That's Easter. Damn it. She cannot get these. You know. Of course. All that reminds me is that we didn't have a Halloween episode of My Hero Academia. The hell! But we had a Christmas episode, which I would never have expected a Christmas episode, honestly, you know? I'm assuming... Well, no, I guess... I wonder if this chapter... the chapter in the manga came out at Christmas. Because it's just that it's Christmas in the timeline, you know? In the story. But it ain't Christmas right now. I'm recording this on August 9th. I know this came out a few weeks ago. I know this came out a few weeks ago in the dub, and then a few weeks before that in the sub. So this is just completely not Christmas, but it is Christmas. And then at the end, Todoroki has offered Bakugo and Deku to join him for their work studies with Endeavor, the #1 hero. Oh, that I feel like that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, the last time Deku and Endeavor talked was at the sports festival, which was interesting. Bakugo, I just want to see Bakugo. Oh, I bet you Bakugo's going to be critiquing him the whole time. Be like, you're not as good as All Might. What the hell, man? You're supposed to be #1, but you're no All Might. He's like, what did you say? The world! No, he wouldn't. Sorry. I'm getting my Patrick Seitz roles confused, but still. But yeah. Oh, that's going to be so fun. I feel like I'm ready for that. Ready for Christmas, though. Real Christmas. Fran, I'm so tired of summer. If I could get Fran Christmas and Eri and, like, Yaoyorozu, I'd be set. That made it sound weird. I mean, like, Eri just, like, as, you know, cute little Eri just being there. Not in any other way. Jesus, no. Ugh. I've made this weird. I always make things weird. But I don't, but no, like, I wouldn't, like, no, like, you know, like, look, I know, Yaoyorozu is best girl, but, like, Eri, just because she's so sweet and nice, you know, she's like a little, what's a thing I can say and make this not weird? I know exactly what I can say to make this not weird. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all My Hero Academia reactions. There's also another video on screen if you want to go click on that. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys next time, when it won't be awkward. Maybe.